Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Avalon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Cocobio since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silic, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Cocobio, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life. As Horaeus now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Averant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really, I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Ejodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever New Averant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horaeus will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
Every group has its dark and mysterious member, and to Horaeus, that would be me. I am Gajurakash Dromic, son of Zarmir and Nelian. I grew up in a small village within the elven kingdom of Nelathir, known as Irobada. When my father left my mother, sister, and I when I was 15, and never returned, I aided my mother in running her apothecary. 3 years later, I would join my sister Medicona in serving the royal guard, becoming a personal bodyguard for Prince Juvenile Galakia. Just 2 years into my service, though, rumors of our forbidden romance would reach the king, and the following morning, after a fight with his son, the king was found dead in his room. Blame was placed on me, and with my mother's plea, I escaped the main kingdom. I spent the next 6 months running from guards before finally catching a ship off the continent. The pirate captain of the Phantom Chevron, Joff Potra, took me under his wing for the next 4.5 years. Well, until a failed raid by the crew left me behind in the kingdom of Abris, and I was captured by guards. Desperate to save my own life, I offered any information I had on the kingdom of Nelathir, eventually capturing the attention of the Council of Nine. The tiefling Severus Toll had me released, and spent the following 2 years training me to be his personal spy. The next year, they shipped me off to join the Order of the Fallen Star, the army of New Averant. Here I would go by Gaiji Redfoe, and meet my team, now known as Horaeus. It was only mere days into us being a group that we were sent out on various missions to destroy plagued villages, fight awoken gods in caves, and meet on our former commander, Silic Losran, and teammates Apollo and Ren. I would become a warlock of Losna during this time. An attack on our base gave us a promotion into the freelancer program, and gave us a ship, which we now call the Homeward Bound. I am the captain. We were sent to Solgaria, the Nalkadai. New Averant betrayed us there, and we fled to the Order of the Soaring Flame. There, Commander Vierithril asked us to clear a way to an Eltharian base on Okadai. However, in our month-and-a-half mission to do so, we came across one of the sons of Bahamut, Anima. After kidnapping Zephinia, he sent her, Dira, Ren, and companion Treya 10 years into the future. Apollo, now Hades, Dahlia and I spent 10 years surviving so we could return to save our friends in Alkadai. Though we've recently lost Ran to their own missions, rescued Dira's parents, fought Dahlia's devilish grandfather, and I've proposed to my love, Dahlia. It's time for me to return to Nelithir and set things right. Only time will tell if I'm successful.
As the story of Arachnagai once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education, at least. Because I was an orphan that the school took in, I was seen as an outcast. And even worse, due to my abnormal tiefling appearance with wings and tail, I was seen as a freak. I spent most of my days with my head down and my nose in a good book. Books are wonderful. They show you amazing worlds and lead you on amazing adventures. Oh, just like my one favorite story, Shriek, where he goes on an adventure with his reluctant friend Mule and Shortbread Guy. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. Things went well until one day a lad in my studies picked a fight with me. It was then that I discovered I had magical aptitude and at the same moment lost control of it. A fireball erupted from me and exploded in an area around me. Due to my tiefling heritage, I was only slightly hurt, but the boy who started it all wasn't so lucky. The boy's family wanted me expelled from the Institute, but Professor Durnick fought to have me stay. The tribunal agreed to allow it, but he was to watch over me and make sure I never used my magic again. He agreed to do so, but in secret trained me to control my powers. It was mildly successful, but I still lose control from time to time. Years passed, and one day I overheard the tale of a woman who was kidnapped and taken to a cave. I felt this was my time to finally become the hero I always read about. Little did I know I would get lost inside cave. But I would meet my found family. We've had so many adventures since, and things have been great. Well, that is until half of them disappeared. Pulled through time, and I was unable to stop the magic, and it broke me. And that's when I came to take the lead. Nice to meet you, finally. I'm Hades, Apollo's other half. See, Apollo is very innocent and has a hard time dealing with extreme stress. During a few majorly stressful moments in his life, I have taken over to get him through those situations. That first came to be during the whole business with the bully and the fireball. At least that was the earliest memory. I lived deep in his consciousness, seeing and hearing all until I'm needed. His friends being split and sent into the future 10 years was just the needed push for me to take the reins again. The only problem is, for the next 10 years, I stayed in control and couldn't talk to him. So for the last 10 years, I've been running around having a grand adventure with Dahlia and Gaiju, who become like siblings to me. Stories we could tell. I could write a book. Anyways, I eventually reconnected with our friends and have been traveling since. Oh, and Apollo has started talking again, taking control for short periods of time. Perhaps he'll take back over soon, and I'll go back to the dark corner of his brain that I usually stay. Which is good, right?
I'm Dara Mullane from Currants Gap. My family's been the town blacksmiths time out of mind. So that's what I learned, and what I thought I'd always do. My little brother Aiden, though, he was different. Don't even know where he got half the books he read, and nobody ever really understood what he was on about. Some folks got more patience for that than others, and some don't have nothing better to do but make trouble. Fenton Antery was one of those. His daddy owned the mine. He figured that meant he owned the rest of us, too. One night, Fenton had been wasting time and his daddy's money in the tavern. Took some kind of personal offense from Aiden just being Aiden. My brother was on the ground when I got there, and, well, it's kind of a blur after that till they dragged me off. I'm told Fenton ain't never been the same since. With what passed for justice in the mountains back then, that was more than enough to get me clapped in irons and shipped off to some other mine. It was 12 years before the new Aberrant soldiers came and told us the mine bosses weren't going to be a problem anymore. Whatever we were in for, You'd be forgiven, and we'd be free right then and there if we joined up. Seemed like an easy choice, to be part of the folks aiming to bring peace and justice. And for a while, it made sense. I even heard my brother got to go off to some fancy school to learn magic. I swore my oath to Kokobiel, angel of the moon and stars. Only it turns out she ain't what she's supposed to be, and neither is New Averant. It's all complicated. And my team, right? Well, they're mostly all smarter than me, but even I could tell when there wasn't no choice but to leave. So we did. And here we are. What happens next? Well, that's anybody's guess.
I never put much stock in families. My own sold me off to the black market to make money off the child with wings. I was nothing but a skinny street kid with broken wings from trying to escape. That is, until the Order of the Fallen Star Soldiers rescued me. My heroes in blue. I aspired to be like them and one day meet the big three: Soma, Geneva, and Aegis. My life turned around and I worked hard night and day to hone my skills and be the best soldier I could. I usually worked on my own until I was paired up with the most peculiar group of people. We were sent on some quests, our base was attacked, and I died. But don't worry, Dahlia brought me back. I think I could actually consider her my first true friend. Gaiju and Dira also quickly warmed their way into my guarded heart as our adventures continued. My world turned a little upside down at that point as we encountered creatures and were hounded by the gods. I'm starting to think my little group is a god magnet, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Anyways, one of these gods, Luna, decided that I would be a good stand-in for her and transferred her powers over to me. I met her sisters, which seem like major bitches, and I keep getting asked if I would choose peace or war, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. And I would rather continue being the best soldier I can, which turned out to be not that great. My friend may have accidentally transformed into a slightly terrifying demon, which forced us to defect. But one of the big three, Soma, also defected, and it turns out so did his brother. So maybe my past heroes were not all they cracked up to be. I wish I could say things went well from there, but somehow myself, Dira, and Treya were transported 10 years in the future, while Gaiju, Dahlia, and our new friend Apollo were left behind. For us, no time had passed, but the rest of Horiath was stuck living in the past 10 years searching for us. We finally found each other just as Geneva, another of the big three, found us and was not very friendly. A few murders later, and we were free of her wrath. Soma found us again, and I'm glad he did. He's not as bad as Dahlia makes him seem. In fact, I think he's pretty sweet, and not too bad looking. Oh, and he gave me a gorgeous locket before leaving again. I guess I'm able to talk to him through it, which is nice. Anyways, Horiath ventured to the Shadowfell to save Apollo, who's now Hades, from Dahlia and Silik's evil grandfather. I was again hounded with that peace or war question. Obviously, peace is not an answer in our line of work as trouble keeps finding us. I think war might be our only option to protect my team, who has taught me what a family should be. Honestly, I can't even imagine my life without them. I've gone through a few changes recently. I couldn't tell at first, but the team seemed pretty concerned. I don't know why, since it's just a little hair and makeup change. Well, maybe my eyes changed a bit as well, but it's not that noticeable. At least Soma seems to like it.
Did anyone order a cleric with a side of sass? If so, I'm Dahlia Ablon. Wow, how do I keep this short and sweet? I grew up in the poor sector of New Averant and took care of Papa after my mother died when I was 6. Papa was not well after she passed, so I bounced around waitressing and spent any of my free time at the Temple of Kokobiel since he helped me feel close to my mama. But it was hard making ends meet as a barmaid, so after some encouragement from my best friend Silik, I enlisted as a cleric in the Order of the Fallen Star. Next thing I know, I'm across the realm with a team of strangers that have quickly become my family. Sounds pretty straightforward, right? Ready for things to take a sharp left? Okay, let's see. Turns out Kokobiel, the goddess of moon and stars, is not the most virtuous angel that we thought, and well, neither is New Averant. After defecting from the church and the government, I learned that Gladlin, the god of fate, is only a slightly less destructive hot mess. And now we're on god number 3, Halasna, goddess of sun and life, as Horiath now travels the world as adventurers for hire. So far, so good there. I would totally hate if something bad were to happen to her. Oh wait, there's more. How could I forget? Turns out my mother descends from a long line of devil royalty, and not just any royalty, the Deimos clan, aka the Lord of the Shadowfell. My lineage gives me this devil form I can transform into, a natural foresight gift, or curse if you ask me, and a boatload full of family drama. I discovered I have a half-brother named Silic. Yeah, that's Silic. My mother at some point has been resurrected from the dead, and oh yeah, Deimos wants to use me as a conduit for his armies to infiltrate and conquer the Aberrant realm. Almost forgot to mention that part, it kinda haunts my dreams a lot. But it's not all doom and gloom in my world, promise. No, really. I have wonderful friends, hilarious and fun adventures, and I may have just met the love of my life amidst it all. Jodakash is the only person I've ever met to stand right in the face of danger and swing his sword without a second thought. With as much fire and brimstone looming over our heads, I couldn't imagine living in a world without him and our friends by my side, and keeping me sane. So whatever new Aberrant, the gods, Deimos, or fate seem to have planned for all of us, I know that Horai will be ready to face it together. Because if we go down, we won't go down without the fight. We got this, right? Right?
Every group has its dark and mysterious member, and to Horai, that would be me. I am Gajurakash Dromic, son of Zarmir and Nelian. I grew up in a small village within the elven kingdom of Nelithir, known as Irobada. When my father left my mother, sister, and I when I was 15, and never returned, I aided my mother in running her apothecary. 3 years later, I would join my sister Medicona in serving the royal guard, becoming a personal bodyguard for Prince Juvenile Galakia. Just 2 years into my service, though, rumors of our forbidden romance would reach the king, and the following morning, after a fight with his son, the king was found dead in his room. Blame was placed on me, and with my mother's plea, I escaped the main kingdom. I spent the next 6 months running from guards before finally catching a ship off the continent. The pirate captain of the Phantom Chevron, Joff Potra, took me under his wing for the next 4.5 years. Well, until a failed raid by the crew left me behind in the kingdom of Abris, and I was captured by guards. Desperate to save my own life, I offered any information I had on the kingdom of Nelithir, eventually capturing the attention of the Council of Nine. The tiefling Severus Toll had me released, and spent the following 2 years training me to be his personal spy. The next year, they shipped me off to join the Order of the Fallen Star, the army of New Aberrant. Here I would go by Gaiji Redfoe, and meet my team, now known as Ariath. It was only mere days into us being a group that we were sent out on various missions to destroy plagued villages, fight awoken gods in caves, and meet on our former commander, Silic Losran, and teammates Apollo and Ren. I would become a warlock of Losna during this time. An attack on our base gave us a promotion into the freelancer program, and gave us a ship, which we now call the Homeward Bound. I am the captain. We were sent to Solgaria, the Nalkadai. New Aberrant betrayed us there, and we fled to the Order of the Soaring Flame. There, Commander Vierithril asked us to clear a way to an Eltharian base on Alkadai. However, in our 1.5-month mission to do so, we came across one of the sons of Bahamut, Anima. After kidnapping Zephinia, he sent her, Dira, Ren, and companion Treya 10 years into the future. Apollo, now Hades, Dahlia, and I spent 10 years surviving so we could return to save our friends in Alkadai. Though we've recently lost Ren to their own missions, rescued Dira's parents, fought Dahlia's devilish grandfather, and I've proposed to my love, Dahlia. It's time for me to return to Nelithir and set things right. Only time will tell if I'm successful.
As the story of Arachnagai once said, who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. My name is Apollo. Abandoned by my mother at the Silverleaf Institute. As a baby, I grew up never knowing her or my father. I grew up living and learning all that I could from the school. Everyone was great. Well, not everyone. Well, really only a few people were nice. The Institute housed the wealthiest of children, mostly. The ones that could afford prodigious education.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. Welcome back, everyone, to Nerdy Playbook. Making sure the audio is working per usual, so I'm not just talking to myself. All right, sounds good. All right, welcome back.
You're talking to us.
Yeah, I got to make sure the stream can hear us. Welcome back to Blades Bahamut. We're in episode 72. No major announcements today. If you were in the local area, South Wisconsin, North Illinois, Beloit, we will be having a Star Wars 1 of 2 one-shots starting this Thursday. If you want to come over to 5 Bar to check it out. Tomorrow and the following week, we actually will not have Echoes, unfortunately. The plans have come in the middle. But if you still want to watch, we will have a one-shot going on with those. So there's still something that's going on. Don't miss out. A lot going on today, so we're just going to jump right into it.
Right.
All right, we're back. All right. So last we left off, the team themselves attended the King's Gala, an event that both honors the king and the warriors of the tournament itself, including the warrior. Throughout time that they had before the king and the queen announced themselves, or were announced essentially, you were able to notice the different trophies along with the winning prizes, including the sword. Find out some lore about the sword. Not only that, but the sword has not been successfully wielded in some time without killing its user. Unknown really the properties of how, why it does that, or who has the proper ability to wield it. Some of you decide to talk to some of the other warriors, specifically talking to the samurai, leaving some information for him, convincing him that if something goes down, he'll protect the populace, but he won't necessarily fight your battle. The gala started. King and queen showed up. People were given offerings and prayers. Until eventually, throughout many things, you guys started to get a little suspicious of the queen. And that you were able to recognize Luna, the one who originally gave Sophinia her current power set. You were able to convince her to remove the mask and find out that she somehow has been compelled to be here. Throughout that, some of you separated to a small room off of the lower atrium, with a couple of you still up over in essentially the doorway area of the gala. Throughout this time, 4 warriors walk in, as it is announced, while 3 of them are wearing black-clad armor with some gold hues slightly. You immediately look at the bard and announce him as Soma Therefore. That's where we left off. So, a couple of you want to do a couple things when this happens. So he's already up there, he's announced. What do you want to do? Dahlia, you said you wanted to do something.
Gravity, do you want to do anything?
Nope.
Okay.
No. I guess those no. Okay. How distracted
I do
is
want
she?
to establish, because it kind of got lost in stuff. There was a lot going on. Is around the time that he was entering, I did say over psychic whispers. There's a necklace. Look for a crystal necklace.
Do I see a necklace on someone?
On Soma? I mean,
I'm
yes.
sorry, not Soma. No,
On the king.
I don't care about Soma.
There is, there is a necklace on the king, but there are actually multiple pieces of jewelry on there. One of them being a necklace, but there's more than one.
Does she have a necklace?
The queen?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me pull up her current. Yes, she is wearing one large, very thick, like a platinum band that goes around, and it doesn't hang really low. It actually stays pretty close to her bones, and she's got one golden, like, square piece on it that looks like it's holding something.
Can I cast detect magic on it?
Sure, why not?
I do the same.
Okay.
All the trumpets are going, so no, I get drowned out.
Okay, the item is magical.
Can I cast a spell magic on it?
Sure, you cast a spell magic. Let me just check to see the level of the item.
Do I know what type of I can learn at school of magic, if any? Can I do that before I jump the gun here?
Uh,
Let me ask that first.
Sure, hang on a second. I want to make sure I had the right school of magic on there.
School of Magic of Nanya.
None your business. Okay, so as you detect it being one of necromancy.
Oh. Yeah. That's sus. Let's do it. Let's cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. So back to what I was doing. I just want to see. Choose one creature. What's your? I forgot the DC. I forgot if it's casting on or it's, okay. So it's a. They got to roll against my DC. Dispel Magic's always confusing to me. So it's a pretty high level item. Necklace.
So she would need to make a DC roll of 10 plus
The
spell
spell's level,
using her spellcasting ability modifier against
the DC, yeah.
Yeah, so 10 plus whatever the spell level is, she needs to make
Which I'm
fourth
trying to
level or above.
I'm trying to think of what the spell level is for this. So it'd be having that or that. Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Under spells, add your modifier to the...
So add my modifier. So roll this and just add my modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
I'm gonna use a lucky point.
Lucky
How many
point.
points do I have? One more time. Not using that again, but that's nice. Okay, alright. We'll accept that. That's an 18.
Okay. The item is properly dispelled.
Who's dead?
What's that?
You said it's a necromancy necklace, so I'm like, oh god, who's dead?
Oh.
Healing magic is also necromancy.
Correct.
Oh.
Yep. Necromancy is not just reviving people, it's all sorts of life magic.
I knew that. I'm the life domain cleric.
Anything else from the killer of magic?
You know, I was just gonna pull that while the trumpets were going off. Unless Gravity has something they want to do, that's all I got.
Okay. Gotcha. Is there anything you want to do? Nope. Okay. All right. So for the group that is down with Luna.
Sorry, magical blip.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
533 East Washington Street, 1141.
Everyone, quick, write that down.
You're right.
Mute it?
Can he
Yeah.
be muted?
No, you're gonna have to mute him.
Far?
I'm gonna mute him right now.
Washington
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
41.
There we go.
Hi guys. One of our players is in fact a firefighter. Don't listen to any of that.
Yeah, he is muted. Hopefully, if anybody wants to listen to the stream, to make sure you don't hear it. I muted on my end, so I want to make sure it actually doesn't transfer to the stream. So if you guys are hearing that, make sure it's not on there.
I don't hear it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay. Anyway, to answer your question,
Yes, Atrium.
when we
Go.
hear Soma announce, I am gonna look at each of these people in turn. I'm going to look at Luna. I'm going to look at Zephinia. I'm going to look at Apollo. And I'm going to march back into the throne room behind him.
You're going to march back in the throne room?
Because whatever reason he's there for, it being announced when we thought he was going to be, on the DL, can't be good.
Sure.
So I'm going in there.
Look like he's there willingly or unwillingly?
You can give me, due to this, you're trying to figure out the situation. You can give me a perception or an insight check.
Perception or insight? Let's see. Let's do perception. 13?
13, you said? You don't know the situation of what is occurring, but he definitely looks like he is being escorted up there by the 3 soldiers. Whether it's against his will or not, it is hard to tell. He has at least put a facade that looks like he can actually still be confident walking up, so it's hard to tell. The only thing he really knows is that these 3 soldiers, they're not soldiers that necessarily just escort somebody inside. These look like soldiers that are specifically meant for one job, and it's necessarily to hunt down very specific people.
Z's gonna panic a little bit, and I'll just kind of stand there and process, and then I'll follow Dira. I am gonna reach out, psychic whispers to Dahlia. Haha, Dahlia. Can you get Soma in on this little link we have, please, now?
While that's going on, I am actually, since I'm directly behind him, going to try an insight and see if I can figure out where he's at, where his head's at.
So are you like
and I'm not
walking
going to learn
like,
anything because that's a 3.
Are you just like walking like 5 feet behind, or are you giving like a decent berth behind?
Like maybe 10 feet behind. Not much at all. I am not subtle.
Okay, fair enough.
I am not a subtle person.
And what was the check you rolled? I'm sorry.
That was a 3 on insight, so I don't know squat.
Yeah, I mean, especially being behind, it's hard to tell. It unless you're directly in front, you can't even truly see Soma. There's one knight directly behind him, and there's a knight to the left and the right. So if you're walking directly behind, you're kind of being hidden from seeing what Soma's doing. But yeah, you're not able to really get the situation. But you all can definitely tell for who's watching is that the king is immediately intrigued by the fact that Soma is being introduced into his gala, as immediately the music stops, everybody goes quiet, and in fact, anybody who's in line immediately moves out of the way.
Not me, bitch.
Not you?
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to double check that I even could add him to the group chat, and unfortunately I can.
The group chat?
I add him to the group chat of Psychic Whispers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can. Is that what you said?
I mean, we all know Dahlia's feelings on the matter.
Yeah, right? Dahlia
As
is
far as
not-
I'm concerned, he's being a little shisty right now, so
Oh, okay, sure.
I
So
haven't looked into it much.
As soon as he's added, I'm gonna just. Hey, so hi, what happened to that subtle entrance? The not getting caught, cause you're wanted.
Oh no, not the clipboard.
Be aware of the clipboard.
Things got out of hand. I tried something and it did not work. This is gonna be a situation.
What kind of situation?
Oddly.
Well, is this a communication from Zephania
We're all
only,
on
or
here.
Dahlia, you were able to make it?
No, he's in the group chat.
Oh,
I'm
he is.
reading.
As
Oh, I
she
thought
said,
you. Okay,
My receipts are on.
okay. I thought you. Okay. So, what'd you say, Dara?
I said, what kind of situation?
Let's just say I tried to convince some people to allow me in without getting any problems, and wasn't enough money.
Well, yeah. Sometimes money ain't what's gonna work.
You didn't try the whole disguise thing that you usually do so well.
Well, I didn't want to. I mean, like, what's the point of me showing up to, dance with you if I'm looking like somebody else?
Your bounty is
Oh.
2 million, and you thought it would be wise to bribe the gods. Fantastic.
I mean, that's really sweet, but like Gaiju just said, you've got a $2 million bounty.
Okay, y'all, he's here now. Be on our toes.
Okay, so at this point, the 3 knights, along with Soma, immediately stop, like, right in front of what's left of the line, which is basically Dahlia and Gaju, pretty much, unless you guys decide to
Are we
move.
sticking this through? We were like closed. I'm following Gaiju's lead.
As immediately.
I'll
Go ahead.
move off to the side, but I'm not going to be leaving the king's area.
Okay,
as
that's
much as
fine.
I can.
Okay,
I
how
will
about you?
follow beside him then.
As you move, they decide to move another 10 feet, so they're within distance, pretty much 5 feet forward compared to where you were. As immediately the king steps up, the queen's still sitting, but she kind of has like a curious pose, leaning on one side, and she's staying silent. The hand that she uses to kind of almost do like her little tell with her fingers is now lifted up, and she's kind of trying to hide obvious little tics. As the king steps up, he just kind of nods to the knights as they immediately just kind of smack the back of the legs of Soma to make him kneel on the ground. As he just drops on his knees as he just gets down.
You
Looks
just
up.
hear psychic whispers. Oh, he's gonna die.
As you can see with these 3 knights, they're mostly cloaked. They have what looks like dark armor, mostly with tattered hoods and cloaks over them. Very wraith-like kind of creatures with armor. Hard to really notice any kind of facial structure of any kind within, other than a very, very, very familiar bone-shaped mask, wearing as a helm.
Familiar in what way?
It specifically looks like a certain kind of cult you've had to deal with a long time ago. The only weapon that they all seem to obtain, at least in the obvious, is a very, very large, but also curved down the blade longsword that is on their backs. Outside of that, you don't see any kind of range type weapons, but a lot of their armor is covering certain parts of their body, and a lot of their tattered cloth is covering other parts as well. They don't see anything, but they just like are waiting for a command from either the king or the queen, as they just stand there sort of hunched, but not fully. As the king just kind of steps up, all proud. The great Soma Theraphor within my castle. And within... well, unable to do anything of his own accord. Is this my birthday? Couldn't have asked for a nicer present if I really wanted one. Everybody just stays quiet. Say anything you guys want to do at this point.
Reaction to cry.
That's
Z is going to get as close as possible, and I just kind of am not very subtly pacing back and forth.
Okay.
And
Alright.
keeping an eye out on Buddy right there.
Okay.
I'm just standing still, probably 20 feet back now. Didn't go right up on.
Are we assuming that Hades staying with Luna, or is Luna unattended?
Oh, somebody's got to stay with Luna.
I'll say Hades would probably group vote.
Okay.
Unless she goes herring off on her own.
So
yeah, in fact, I'm going to say, as I said, as I was following out retcon slightly, I'm going to say somebody stay with Luna, and that was it. And poor Hades is left holding the bag.
I hate to say it, but I was going to require Hades to have some rules. So I'm going to pull up his character sheet, and I'm just going to take turns for certain people to roll for him, and I'll just tell you the modifier to add to it, so it's all fair. I need anyone here, just let me know who, needs to give me a perception check for Hades. His bonus for perception is a +6. Anyone?
He typically rolls best at our group.
Oh, and get it out of the way so that I don't have to add ones later.
Look at that. Stephanie stepping in for Hades.
Spooky 20. Hades starts to notice that something about the bag of holding is becoming hazardous to hold.
Oh boy.
Since you rolled, Sophenia, what would you want Hades to do in this response?
Why did I roll?
Remember, it's that sword.
I'd say he'd probably try to remove it from the bag very subtly out of the way.
The scepter?
I don't like your facial expressions.
No, what's wrong? Don't perceive me.
There's no wrong. There's no wrong.
He's wrong.
It's no.
It's not you. It's the world. The world is wrong.
The world is wrong. Everything's wrong right now. Okay, so yeah, very, very subtly try and pull it out of the bag of holding just a little bit. See what's going on.
Okay. Make me one more check to give me an Arcana check as him for the scepter itself. His Arcana is a +5.
25.
Disapproving the
20.
25.
I'm using this dice all night.
As he starts to hear a familiar voice within the actual scepter starts to commune. Not directly to him, but like almost out loud. A proper wielder has showed up. I no longer have to stick with this unworthy source.
Okay.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
Okay. As the rest of you are up in there, you know, where's mine? Where? Damn it. It's probably up in my cosplay bag from C202.
You rolled up to this session as the DM and you did
without a fan?
Conspiracy?
I mean, let's be honest. I don't need it. I'm creating the conspiracy.
You are the conspiracy.
Yeah, so you know when you do need it.
That's true. But let's be honest. If I went by that, I'd be always doing the fan. Like it would just always be going.
You are the fan.
Touche.
Thanks, Caleb, waving the fan for me. So, as he's down on his knees and the king comes up, and you can kind of see at this point anybody who's up there if you're relatively close, give me a perception check on the situation.
I'm gonna roll my special TC2E2
Oh, 19!
19? Nice.
Should have rolled my real
Which
dice.
for me is
14.
I have a flat roll, so that's like.
That's a 20 if you account for inflation.
For inflation?
It's a 17 plus 3.
I was gonna be like, I don't know. Sure, yeah, okay.
I got a natural 1, so per usual, Gaiju just looks really hot in this lighting.
Dahlia's just busy glaring daggers at the queen.
Dahlia just lost any care about Soma. Is just like, you know what? Tail. Bam. A few of you were able to notice that the king went throughout the event with kind of like an automatic mode on. And with the introduction of Soma, he has now taken an extreme interest beyond belief compared to any other interaction it's had. But this is the first time when the queen seems distraught. Not like she's afraid, but almost like this is a problem and it is the wrong time, wrong place for this. She's trying to compose herself, but since you guys have already been kind of keeping an eye on her, you're able to notice that she is... From what you could tell before, she was manipulating the king. She's now no longer worrying about manipulating him and now trying to assess the situation, trying to figure out what to do from here. With the 3 knights around, one of them immediately just kind of comes from behind, goes over and kind of just pushes his head down so he's like at a bound position as he just draws his sword, as he just looks up at the king.
He's moving up closer.
Okay.
If he swings, that guy's going down.
I am bombastic, side-eyeing Gaiju.
I'm currently doing nothing.
I just assumed Dahlia's just eating popcorn for this. Be like, yes, this is what I wanted to see. Yes.
You know, I'm just like, well,
I'm also moving a bit closer.
Okay,
Just
for the
up
people
to
that are
within, like,
trying to
10
get
feet.
closer, give me a stealth check, please, to make sure you're not going to be barred. Come on, Paladin.
You know what? I'm gonna. I have disadvantage, but I'm gonna roll my dice that was doing good.
Well, one of them is a 3, so that'll probably be the one. Yeah, so that is a 9.
Okay,
It's a 14.
Your boots is a Lightfoot.
14. Okay.
I kind of don't care.
With her
I'm just-
perception.
They can see me.
I just
don't
slipped
hear me,
my
I don't
heels
care.
off so I can run faster.
Even though both of you make some sound, no one actually stops you, but you do notice the queen starts to watch you and starts to watch your movements to see kind of like, what are you going to do?
That all depends on her.
The king starts walking down as the queen immediately interrupts. My lord, what are you doing? This man, this warrior, he's been a threat in our side, killing many of our warriors and their children and their brothers, their sisters. I think it would do us all some good, and for the people, as everybody just kind of goes, still quite a few of them kind of raising up their glass to see an execution on this day of days. Show how powerful Nelithir is to take down one of the greatest warriors that this world has seen. But we can use him. For what purpose? What could we use him for, my queen? What could we possibly use him for? There's only one good thing that he can do for us. Be motivation for the army as a dead corpse. Plaster his head all over and let everybody understand that no one is above Nelithirian rule. You notice at this time she's like switching her arm around. She's trying to take the lay of the land. Is anybody looking at Soma?
Z?
I've been trying to. Can I see him?
You can see him.
Or is he still blocked by the other?
The
knight?
one that was blocking him actually moved up in front, and he's the one that's actually holding his neck down. Both of you can tell if you're looking at him. While he's on the ground, one of his right hand, instinctually, it looks like Soma's not doing himself, but his hand is starting to slide over, looking like it's ready to catch something. But no one else is noticing it. And he's just standing there, he's just on his knees just looking, and it's like he's unaware that his own arm is being just kind of this idle hand at this point.
Soma, what you doing?
What do you mean? I just hear frickin' taking it. I don't even know what to do in this instance.
Your hand seems to be doing what it's doing. This is over Psychic Whispers, obviously.
As he tries to turn his head, immediately the knight just kind of repositions his head. As immediately the king just like lifts up his head to him. Look at me. As Soma just stares at him. My face will be the last face you see. As immediately the queen starts to get all edgy. King just looks at the knight. Kill him.
Z rushes in and tackles him.
Okay, all right.
Tackles who? Who?
The guard that's about to swing at Soma.
Okay.
All right.
There's no
Lovely.
finesse about it at all. The heels are off. She just bam.
All
As
right.
soon as I see her moving, I'm going to rush in and grab Soma and pull him back away from the other.
Okay. I need you both to give me dexterity checks. One specifically to get around the knights to pull them out. The other one to specifically run in to kind of push the blade away.
I'm gonna move closer.
Great at it.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Oh no.
D&D is not Riz. 17.
17. Okay, as you run in, Zephyria, you immediately are able to start, like, are you specifically blocking the sword, or are you trying to pull Soma?
Oh no, I'm
trying to-
legit football
she's
tackling this guy.
Tackling
Okay,
with
you're gonna
you.
do full
I'm trying
tackle.
to pull Soma.
Alright, so as you
And
immediately
apparently
run
failing
in,
miserably.
right, as Zephyria, you run in, you immediately, like, just jump, and you immediately just, like, totally, like, linebacker tackle this one soldier that's ready to execute him, as you just, like, throw him out of the ground. As Dira, you come in, and immediately one of the other soldiers sees that you're coming, and they immediately bar your path by immediately like using like a sword as a shield, as they immediately kind of like put their legs back in position, trying to push you back. At this same time, his arm immediately lifts up. I need someone else as Hades to choose what you're going to do with the scepter. Are you going to allow it to do its thing, or are you going to try to stop it? Can't use Zephyria this
Try
time.
to stop it.
So what you're going to do
I
is...
have done my work.
I feel
He's
like
been-
you try to stop it.
He's been pretty stubborn about it. I think you try and stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to control the next roll in action?
Do it.
Okay, so I need you to give me a strength check to try to stop it from leaving the area by using your own specific fortitude.
It's only fair for the other person with pitiful strength to do it. Sorry, Ben. I got a 2.
And he's got a -1.
Oh.
As you hold on to it, as if it is an impossibility based on the strength of Hades, it's whether it's anyone else or just him, it just seems like it's impossible to hang on to, as the immediate thing just flies out and just like rips through the walls. It immediately just goes to Soma's hand as he immediately instinctually just turns this thing into a sword, as he immediately goes on defense. As immediately the queen steps up, this is not the time, as she immediately just smacks her hands, time just stops. This is not the time, as she immediately just goes like this. All the patrons disappear. She just looks at Soma. Not now. And then she just goes like this, and Soma disappears.
The hell?
What did you do with him?
As immediately the king just like looks back. What the hell just happened? Where is...
Your
Where
queen
is-
ain't who you think she is.
As
I'm
he,
just glaring daggers at her.
as he just looks at her. Enough games. As she just immediately starts playing with her fingers, as she just immediately just down. As she just puts her hand down as he just is forced to go on his knees, the king is. I was hoping to keep on the facade for longer, but I cannot have this warrior die so quickly, and I cannot have such a threat in here. As her eyes start to glow green, as the warriors immediately stand up into attention. Kill him. As she just sits back in the seat. Wait! Wait. Do not harm the castle. I do not want to see my setup damaged. And she just immediately starts enchanting the whole... Okay. We're gonna roll initiative.
You think?
I need this.
Alright, so she has a...
Dice is going to jail.
Oh, she's got only a 3.
What do you mean token is... Oh, because it's the picture. Okay.
Let's see. One of the knights they have. Where the hell is his initiative? Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bob.
There we go. Okay, so that's an 8. That's a 1. Alright. Question for the group. Are we expecting... Do we think we're going to expect Hades to come back, or we just want to reduce the difficulty and just have him out of combat?
I mean, he got pulled out on a call.
Yeah. I'll reduce... Yeah, I'll just reduce difficulty, take him out. Okay. So we're going to take him off the list.
Oh, but I love Fireball.
Did anybody get 20 or...
We all have Fireball.
Did anybody get 20 or higher? No. That's alright. Everybody get 15 or higher?
16.
16. How'd you? 18. Okay. Zithania, what'd you get?
Big old nat 1.
Big ol' nat 1. And Dahlia?
6.
6. Alright.
Starting off strong, guys.
Starting off strong. Good thing they got low rolls as well, but not as low as a natural 1.
Yeah,
Alright.
thanks.
As the room starts to change, you start to notice that the place itself starts to turn to dark. The floors itself start to crack and rip like an earthquake comes through. But almost like there's a creature living within the ground, there's this dark, desolate bone path that gets pulled in through with this eldritch energy coming out of it.
Do we know who she is at this point? Like all of us, or are we still assuming
I mean,
she's just...
as far as characters, it's an educated guess. You have not been confirmed, but as characters, you can make an educated guess.
Luna mentioned her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And that was relayed in Psychic Whispers.
And that was relayed in Psychic Whispers, so.
Why won't it turn it on? There you go.
Because it doesn't love you.
Sweet, sweet.
It doesn't love me? Oh no! Why does it not love me?
Wait.
So, important question. Are the museum relics still there?
No.
Fuck.
Oh no. I don't know why it's such a shock when I hear Val say fuck.
Because I saved them for special occasions.
She's not me.
The special occasion fuck?
Both me and Gaiju swear like a sailor, so I'm not sorry.
Alright. As based off where you guys are positioned, we will put them on the board. As immediately the queen changes into a familiar sort that some of you have seen and now are confirmed that it is Luna Vescacera, and she turns into her regular form. She appears on top. The 3 knights get pulled over to different spots of the map as they get shifted to different locations due to the spell. And we'll put you guys on.
Is Juven here?
He is, but he is not a combatant.
Okay.
No, he isn't.
I mean, his placement is kind of important.
All right. I'll make a random token for him. We'll just say that he is what she used to look like, and I will put him right here. So we got that. We got Alia.
To go grab my dice that the cat just
Got
threw
you.
off the table.
So we're probably over here. So I think, Kaiju, were you moving into Juven, or were you?
Yeah.
I'm just chilling in the corner.
And who am I missing?
I'm sorry, where is Juven?
He's here.
I thought he had approached Soma.
She pulled him back. All right. Let's turn this down. Let's go. All right. As this immediately happens, she immediately summons herself with a staff in her hand. You can definitely tell that there's something that's still blocking her necklace from activating due to the spell magic. But she is currently wielding a very specific staff. She has a very specific ring that's glowing, and right now she would have a necklace to be activated, but the dispel magic has taken effect. So, start off with Zephinia. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm on the other way. Start off with Gaju.
I was gonna say with the natural one.
I'm sorry. The guards are killing who?
The guard? What?
The knights that were fighting. Who are they?
She said kill
supposed
him.
to be killing?
Was that
Yeah.
them? Was that him? Who was that order given to?
Who
Given
is he?
Kill him. Kill you guys.
Oh, killed them.
Okay, so it was them. Okay.
You're gonna have a fun time hitting me tonight. I will pull out the Sword of 10 Realms.
Okay.
I'd like you to meet a friend of mine. And I'll slash him. Let's see. Natural 20 for
Okay.
a total of 34.
Okie
Let me double check the damage again. Thank you, C2E2 dice.
Yay!
Wait, there it is. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna take 17 slashing.
Okay.
And 16 radiant damage.
Okay.
Meet Fatebreaker.
Okay. He
And
takes
I'm
all
just
of
gonna
it.
stay right up in his face.
Okay. It is not even possible to see what he's even looking at. It is completely darkness and depth behind the skull mask. You don't even see anything. Anything else?
That's all I can do. Actually, no.
I was gonna say, don't you have
I will pull out my dagger as well.
Okay. Dagger.
I guess I will also. I guess I can hit with that if I've pulled it out in the same round, right? Or is that a separate round?
You can use it as your movement if you want to, in replace of your movement if you want to use it in the same round.
Yeah, I'm not moving because this fucker's red in my face. Sorry. Why can't I see? Okay, go. Another natural 20.
Nice.
For a total of 28 to hit.
You got it.
Thank you, C2E2, double 20s.
Just be careful. Where C2E2 gave us, C2E2 can take it away. It's usually at the end of the con, but yeah.
Okay, let me. That is
C2E2, I miss you.
6 piercing damage, and that'll be my turn.
Okie dokie. All right, we go to actually that night, with his sword already drawn. The creature himself is going to take the sword and he's going to just return the strikes back at you. So on his first attack against Skaju, 28 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. What do I need here? I need a D8 and I need 2 D8s and a D8. So you take 7 points of slashing.
Okay.
And 24 points of necrotic. Second part of the multi-attack is he's going to strike again. That's cocked. 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. 8 points of slashing. $13 points of necrotic. And third and final part of the multi attack. 20 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. Okay. As he strikes you with 1-2, as you see that as he attacks, these blades that are originally black immediately start glowing with this almost this green like smoke off of them. Slashes once, slashes twice. You almost don't feel it until the blade leaves, and it's like almost doesn't strike your skin until after it actually pulls back. But on the third one, he almost kind of overdoes it and totally misses you off the backside. That's it for his. We are going to go over to Luna Vesca. I'm sorry. I am looking at this in the wrong direction. Dira, I'm sorry.
All right. I am gonna... I got this guy right on me, up in my grill. I'll take care of him first.
Up in the grill.
So I am going to swing my great sword at this fella right here in melee with me for a 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, and that's going to be so that's going to be 12 slashing plus 1 radiant.
Okay.
Second attack, same dude.
Get him.
24 to hit.
You betcha. Everybody's coming out the big swings tonight.
8 slashing and 6 radiant.
Okay.
And Shield Master Shove, I'm going to try and just push him straight away from me.
Okay. So that's the strength saving throw from him, right?
Yep.
Okay. He has.
Against 12.
Okay, he has no proficiency in strength saving throw, so he gets a bonus. But that's an 18.
Okay, so he does not get shoved.
Nope. Anything else?
No, not this turn. Not this turn.
Okay. We go with the knight that has not been contested yet. The one here at the bottom. He is going to point directly at... No, we're not going to do that. Why is it not pulling up the spelled save DC for him? 1 second. You know, they give you a monster
Just
sheet,
a
but they don't give you the
side-
spell save. What?
Just a side note, because I'm noticing it now. We can hit long rest because we got a long rest last time, right? Because like I'm noticing
If you didn't hit that last time, then yes.
Yeah, you shouldn't have taken any
Okay.
damage, so yeah, you shouldn't have, yeah.
And I forgot to do that. I'm gonna do that now.
Okay, the creature itself is going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Gonna point to Zephinia and it's gonna cast Compelled Duel. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Zephinia.
Okay. It is. I'm gonna use a lucky point and reroll.
Okay. Burn them early. I love it.
Yep.
And you're within 10 feet of me, so add 3 to your save.
So then that would be 21 with the +3.
Okay, you're good.
Thank you, Dira.
Okay. And that's gonna...
Love our aura, so yes we do.
That was his bonus action, so then he is going to... Why is my computer being a jerk? I'm sorry, computer, I love you. You're not a jerk. And he's going to point then specifically to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50. He's actually going to move up here and is going to point at Dahlia, seeing how close she is, and going to cast Hold Person. So, Dahlia, I need to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm sure you'll be fine. You're a cleric, but some saving throw, please.
Don't jinx it before I even roll.
Why not?
God damn it, Joe!
Lucky
point.
points.
Lucky point! Ah!
Join the club.
See what I'm saying when you did that trivia? What's the most common feat from everybody? Lucky!
Lucky.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
No comment. Back to more important things that aren't embarrassing for me whatsoever. That will be a I'm stealing from Gravity, a 20 adjusted for inflation.
Okay, you're fine. All right, that's the end of his turn. We go to last night. That is against Dira. That one, excuse me, is going to attack with the longsword against Dira. That is a pathetic 14.
Nope.
Second attack. That's a natural one as he immediately swipes down and his blade itself loses its magic ability, so he's going to resheath it. So he's only going to use his bonus action left, and he is going to point towards Dahlia and do Compelled Duel against Dahlia to try to pull her away from the area. So, Dahlia, I need you to make me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Can a girl just look hot and stand in the corner? Like, come on.
No.
I'm not
no.
up to anything suspicious, except I...
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
I rolled an 11,
Okay, that is...
and I'm out of lucky points.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So for 1 minute, you are drawn and compelled to fight this creature. you have disadvantage on any attacks other than that creature. And if you try to move in any space that is more than 30 feet away from the creature, you must make a wisdom saving throw to try to attempt to do so.
Who's casting
boy?
this?
Dahlia.
No, who's casting it?
On
Oh,
me?
never mind.
Yeah, the one right by you.
He is in range. Okay.
This one? This boy?
No, the one that's by Dira.
This one,
Oh.
who I thought was out of range, but I was mistaken.
And that's the end of his turn. We're going to go to Dahlia.
He just wants my attention. Well, balls.
Boy, he wants that tiefling hotness.
Yeah, he was looking at me really funny, so now I'm just... Fuck my original plan. I don't care about Juven
I just like,
anymore.
well, he dies.
On my reaction, Mage Slayer attack, creature within 5 feet of me casts a spell. I'm going to use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature.
Nice.
25 to hit,
You betcha.
Kill him.
and that is 14 slashing, and I'm going to put a level 1 Smiteroo on that, so it's another couple of
Hey
D8
Joe, on the
here.
stream, can you move the map down because Dahlia's cut off? Thanks, Kayla.
So that is 2, 7, 11 radiant, in addition to 14 slashing.
Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. Okay. So that was reactions. We're back to Dahlia.
He didn't have to make a concentration or anything, did he?
Oh, technically he does. Yes.
Yes. I did something.
Pretty sure compelled duel is the
concentration.
concentration. Yep.
It is.
So let's see.
Fail. Fail. Fail it.
Natural 20.
Fuck. Alright. Well. Girl can try.
He really wants that tiefling ass.
Who doesn't? It looks really good in this, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay. Shit. Well, I gotta reformulate my plans. How far away is he? I can't, like, sprint over this shit anyway, so, we're gonna ye old guiding bolt, you know?
Ye old guiding bolt.
My favorite.
Ziffany over here is saying ye old or something.
Yield.
Does a 17 hit?
Negative.
Dang. I got charm. This isn't a charm. No, it's a spell, right?
Compelled duel is a spell.
Shit.
Yeah, it's control, social debuff, it's not charm.
I got put under a spell and I missed. This is not my night. This is not a good night for me.
If it makes you feel any better, everybody else is doing a great job.
It makes me feel so much better.
I have had multiple nights like this, my dear. I feel your pain.
Oh, I'm so
Alrighty, I
tired.
guess
Why
I-
is it not Friday?
I guess I have to move towards them. Making my way to kick your ass. So that's 20. We'll just move. In my spite, can I, like, shove the queen out of the way? Can I just take this route and just yeet her?
Wit.
I mean, if you want to
Calm
take
down
that
there,
way, you
Stacey.
absolutely can. Because I think neither way would necessarily. I mean, like,
It won't take her out of the 30-foot range.
yeah, it wouldn't take you out of 30-foot range, so you could technically go around the queen to do so. But remember, if you try to do anything to anybody else, it's at disadvantage. So you could still technically attack her on your way to the knight, but just anything would be at disadvantage.
I mean, you technically don't even have to approach him. You just can't get more than 30 feet away from him, and
Correct.
you're at disadvantage to attack anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have
Okay.
to actually walk closer.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to understand the spell. I'm not meaning to suck up time. Can I?
It's complicated.
It's alright.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So I feel a pull to attack him. Basically, I'm compelled to attack him and not anybody else.
Correct. You can.
So I'm not. I may not be compelled to help assist somebody else. Would that
You're not being like controlled to basically be like attack a friend or anything like that. You're just being like your major focus is try to attack the person who just compelled you. But on your way there, or if you choose to try to fight it, you can make a wisdom saving throw to basically be like, no, I still want to do my own thing. You can.
Shit balls. Okay. Well, I already hit him with a guiding bolt. I won't take these. Sorry, I just threw a wrench in my own plan. I could have still done my original plan.
Sort of the opposite of fear, where fear kind of makes it you can't approach a creature. This is kind of saying like you can't really go away from the creature.
So I have to. Okay, so I'm still in the bubble. I'm gonna move here then.
Fabulous.
And I'll summon spiritual weapon. No, I'm not gonna do that. I lied. Forget I
Fucking
exist.
lies.
That's my turn. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. Okay, we haven't been in combat in a minute. At least I haven't. So I'm panicked. All right, that's my turn. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. All right. Now it's the queen's turn. Okay. She is going to. She really wants her necklace to be activated. I'll have her hold off. All right. She is going to first take her staff, and she's gonna immediately just take two hands and immediately smack the grunt as immediately this bubble forms around her 10 feet around. And then she is going to she's honestly just gonna end her turn there. That is her action she has to use up. So we are gonna go to Zephynia.
I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, fly and land right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping this is not what I think it is. I'm going to hit her with the moonsicle. For 13.
Hang on a second. I had so much shit for her and I gotta remember. 13's a hit, but you notice you cannot get to her. You can only get to her shield that she has created.
That's what I thought. Okay. I am again going to hit the shield. Does it look like it took damage?
You can... I mean, you haven't applied the damage yet.
I should probably roll damage first and find out.
Yeah.
22 damage.
Okay. As far as you can tell, it looks like it took effect, but not enough to really see any physical changes to the shield.
I smack it again.
Smack it good.
For a nat 20, total 31.
Nice.
9 plus 11 is
18.
an arbitrarily large number, as Xander would say.
Xander says that for any large numbers. They're all arbitrary.
He's secretly a rabbit.
I do
can only count to 5.
How's that shield looking?
Still pretty good. I you know what? I'll say you got a natural 20. I'll say that during the attack of the natural 20, you did notice that like it almost had a ripple effect that affected the whole shield. It looks like it's not immune to damage, but it does take a lot to break the shield.
I really don't like her, so I'm gonna hit it again.
Okie dokie.
21 and 22 damage to the shield.
Okay. Yep.
And then I will stay there and end my turn.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We go back to top of the round to Gaji.
So I fucked up last round, and I didn't double my dice for my 20s. So the guy I'm fighting needs to take an additional 24 hits
Okay.
of damage. I believe it was just slashing and piercing.
Slashing and
and a
damage.
little bit of radiant.
Okie dokie.
Slashing, yes. I will go ahead and hit him again with my Excalibur and daggers.
Hit him good.
So that's a natural 1 for a total of 15.
And this is with the Excalibur blade?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you strike it down, the blade itself loses temporarily all magical properties to it. It becomes just a long sword for the temporary amount of time. Does not break, though.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's gonna be a 27 to hit
That's hit.
with the dagger.
Dagger.
Let me make sure I'm rolling the right dice. I can math.
Go
6
math rocks.
piercing
Mm-hmm.
with the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to rage.
Rage away.
And I will be activating my Storm Aura.
Okay.
So I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Got it. All right. Dex. Does he have proficiency? Oh, he does. Yay. Why is he not strength based? Why is he dex based? Weird. Oh, that sucks anyway. He only got an 8.
Okay, that's a fail, so he's going to take 1d6 lightning damage.
Okie dokie.
That's only a 1, but you know what? It's still more damage.
Hell yeah.
And that will be my turn.
Sounds great. We go with the knight that you were just facing at. And we will have him... We'll have him just do the 3 attacks with the longsword against you. So first one... that is a sad 15.
Misses.
22 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay, so it's 7 points of slashing. $25
halved for rage.
How many points did I say? What was it? 8?
7.
7, so you only take
So-
3.
Okay.
And I don't remember what the count I just did for necrotic was. Shit.
20 something.
We'll just go with 20. We'll just say it's 20. I don't remember the number I gave. Second attack. 16, which is a miss. But it's technically a third attack. So he is out of his turns. He cannot do a bonus action if he's attacked all 3 times. And we'll go to Dira.
I am... How's this guy looking?
Let's see, that's number 2. As far as his physical changes, nothing is really different. His armor's already kind of scratched out there. It was, and it looks like it's not really anything any deeper than the armor quite yet.
Okay, I'm actually going to try something a little different, and I'm going to hope it works, and if it doesn't, then I will know. I am going to... Let me find it so I know whether it's an action or a bonus. I think it's an action. Where are you? Why can't I find you? Sorry. Hell. There we go. No, that's not it either. Damn it, where's my damn channel divinity? Okay, here we go. Yes, it's an action. I am actually going to attempt to turn the unholy.
Oh shit, okay.
And I am going to see if it makes these guys go away. It censors fiends or the undead.
They are considered undead.
All right, that is good to know. Cause damn it, why is it always hiding from me? Okay, let's see if I can find the description.
Did Beyond's like, that's cheating. You can't just kill him with radiant god magic. Get that out of here.
Where the hell is it? I just looked. There we go. Okay. Turn the unholy. Present your holy fiend. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Which they all can see and hear you.
It's turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Okay, so for the one that you are directly against, his is a 19 for a wisdom saving throw. The one that's with the one that's against Skaju is the natural 1. And the one that's by itself, that's compelled dueling Dahlia, is also a natural 1.
Sweet. They need to run away.
They need to run away. Okay.
Let me say what it actually specifically says. Sacred weapon, that's not what I want. Damn it, why is it hiding from me? Okay.
What language is that? I want to know.
It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes a turn. The creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Got it. Okay.
So basically, they need to use all their juice to run away from me.
Okay. Fantastic. So even if one is not up in your business, the other two, they still gotta try to actively move away from you? They gotta still actively try to move away from you?
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
And the one that casts compelled duel on Dahlia
is fine.
Oh, I thought you said he was the one who failed. One of the ones who failed. Okay.
I think I said the one that was with Gaju and the one that's by itself are the ones that got the natural ones.
Okay. Okay. So that is my action.
Okay.
I am actually I'm just gonna shift between this dude and Dahlia because I saw him casting compelled duel on her.
Mm-hmm.
And want to do anything else? No, that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, this one is gonna run away. So.
Run away!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he can still do actions though, right?
Yeah, it must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can.
Mm-hmm.
For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Okay, so it can't use an attack action.
It has to use its action to dash.
Okay. Gotcha. So then I will have... Let's see, how far does that have to be? 5, 10, 15, 20... Damn it! Okay. Alright, well then that has to end his turn. Then we go to the one that's directly against you. And he is gonna use his action to cast Destructive Wave. So everybody within 30 feet of him has to make a Constitution saving throw. So I believe that's everyone. Let's see. Nope, not everyone. That is... So everybody except for Dahlia needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
9.
Oh, I'm just out of it. Lucky.
23.
23, nice.
I have a plus 11 in my con save.
I have +5 to mine and still got a 9. So hey.
Well, I got 7 for
Okay.
both. So
So Gaji, you're good. Dear Sophia, unfortunately did not make it. You two are gonna take first off 46 thunder damage. So first off, for the thunder damage, you're going to take 25 points of damage. I'm trying to see. And then, Gaju, you're going to take half of that, because even though you succeeded.
46 or 25?
25.
Okay. I just did 46, so...
Oh, no.
4d6. Okay. Yeah. Duh. Alright.
So 25, so Gaju, you're going to take 12. Unless you have anything that also gives you an additional resistant thunder, which I think you do. And then additional 5d6 radiant damage. So, not radiant damage, necrotic damage. It gets the pick, so it's gonna be necrotic.
You said that was. Would you say that was a spell?
Yeah.
Then I am once again going to use Mage Slayer to reaction attack.
Okay. 20 points of necrotic damage. Gaju, you're only gonna take 10.
Oh, is that that's in addition to the... Okay.
Yep.
Actually, wait a second.
And then...
I'm resistant to necrotics, so I will take 10.
And then for failing Zephynia and Dira, you're forced prone.
Okay. How does that work for my reaction attack, then?
I would assume that if your reaction's taken place... Well, would your... I guess that would determine, would the reaction happen immediately, or would it happen...
It's triggered by someone casting... Yeah, it's triggered by someone casting a spell within 5 feet of me.
I'd say you can activate your action before you get force prone.
Okay. Then I will do that. And I will take a whack at him with my great sword. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
For 15 slashing.
Okay.
Plus 4 radiant.
That's 19.
Let's see.
Okay.
It's not a concentration. Okay.
And then he is going to bonus action point to Zephynia and cast. Gonna cast. Let me make 5. Cast Compelled Duel. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Hey. 9.
9. Okay, so just like Dahlia before, you are now compelled to fight against this person. Because of that, he is no longer concentrated on this. Therefore, Dahlia, you're no longer compelled to fight him. That is the end of his turn. We're gonna.
This one by Dira.
Yes. Dahlia, it's your turn.
Sick.
Okay.
Sick.
Well, my head's in the right space now, so fuck that guy. But, I'm gonna yeet up my spiritual guardians.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm gonna need...
What you're gonna need? What can I do for you? What can a DM do for you?
I need Bitch Queen here to roll a la. I had it and then I lost it.
Damn it, Bobby.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And beat a 16.
That is a 16, so it meets.
Hey, you could go me all.
8 for the roll,
So
8 plus wisdom saving throw.
Okay, roll it. Okay, it's fine. We're fine. I'm having a great day.
I know. Like I
Don't
said.
make me roll manual dice. I can't do math.
At least you look snazzy.
Thank you. That's all I've got going for me. Can you let... Goddamn, which one's the 8? It's not that one. I think it's this one.
That's the worst thing about going to physical dice after digital dice is you gotta remember which ones are which.
Right. Damn it. I didn't get all of them out. Alright.
If you got a 0 on there, you've gone too far.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Get yourself a dice jail, girl.
Mass. D&D Bahamut, just get it shit together. Okay, well, that was 12 damage, and if she succeeds, she gets half. So 6 points of radiant damage to my ex-god. Fuck you. I will
I'm sorry, did you
hate you forever.
Did you actually roll the hit?
Yeah, it's just to beat the DC.
Oh, it was the DC that it was. Okay. I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay.
So she gets half damage if she succeeds.
And that's of radiant damage?
Yup.
Okay, she takes 0.
A for effort, Dahlia. A for effort. You should have known this. Then bonus action.
Just whip out like a fold-up chair and just hang out. I got all day, bitch.
I just go back to my popcorn I didn't finish eating. Alright, bonus action, spiritual guardian. Next to this guy, because he's obsessed with me. And that will be my bum turn.
Damn. Okay.
At least I look hot. That's all I got going for me right now.
Sure. That makes sense, I guess.
There is no, it's not a question mark, it's a period. It's a sure. Sure, you're hot. Because you're nothing else right now.
Let's see, how
That's
far? 5, 10, 15. Okay. The queen is not a big fan of using god magic to start messing up with her soldiers. So she is going to directly point at Dira and cast Power Word Kill.
Oh, Jesus. What do I roll?
Your own paladin.
Yeah, I ain't hers anymore.
Hey, Joe.
Yo.
Sound cut out on the stream.
Sound cut on the stream.
Ah! Yeah, it's completely gone.
Huh. Weird. Okay. Don't know what's going on. Okay. The message on there, I'm gonna end the stream and start it back up.